ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविडं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। Hari Om. We are doing the last part of this, which is now we are doing the completing the 6th chapter of Panchadasi, and we have taken all other chapters, and one can get that information from the YouTube where under Acharya Sadaji. So chapter by chapter the files are available. So they are not put in the same folder, but they are in different folders, each folder with the Panchadasi text the chapter number. They are unable to put all in one big folder. Anyway, we are doing the 256 sloka. We finished 255. We'll chant the 255 first. Praga bhavayutam dvaitam praga bhavayutam dvaitam rachyate hi gatadivat tadhapi rachana cincha mithyate nindrajalavat together. Praga bhavayutam dvaitam rachyate hi ghadadivat tadhapi rachana cincha mithyate nindrajalavat. So both are achincha rachana. This is what was the word? Achincha rachanattvasya. So it is unimaginable, or this creation itself is essentially inexplicable, and that is the wonder of all wonders, and that is the nature of the world. And this is also achincha rachana. Even the truth about the Chaitanyas is also achincham. That means you cannot think of it, because only what you can think of is only an object, and it is a very subject which navagachati namanaha yadgatva nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So that is the nature of the reality, and that is essentially chit swarupam. And chit swarupam is praga bhavitam dvaitam rachyate. Both are unthinkable or unimaginable, because even the creation, even though I can think of what I see, but there are things that even I cannot see, and it's the number of species of life and extent of the galaxies and the planets and all that, it is mind-boggling. And that is essentially both the objective world is mind-boggling, and the nature of the Chat is also mind-boggling, because mind cannot think about it. Then what's the difference between the two? One is prag abhavaha anubhutihi, that chitir nati cha tada chitihi. So praga bhavayitam dvaitam. So all the creation itself is, there was a time where it is not there, and there is a time when it is there. So even the creation, say, it was already there before I got it. How do I know that it was not there before? It says every day I go to a deep sleep state where the whole world is folded, and the whole world is not there. And when I wake from the deep sleep to a waking state, the whole world comes back. And this itself is that absence of the world is I am conscious of, because he said when I go to deep sleep state I don't see anything. So the fact that I was there to see not to see anything, because even the scripture says nakinchana kamam kamayata, there is no desire for any object, because I don't see any object there. And therefore it is prag abhavaha and pradhamsa abhava also. It is there, it was not there before, it is there now, and it's not going to be there. Avyaktadini bhutani yaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva Tatraka parivedana. So it was not there before, it's not going to be there in future, it's only there in between, but it's only appearing there. Because Adav Antaucha Nasti Vartamanepi Tattada. The Gaudapada says it was not there before, it's not there, even now it's not there, but you are seeing it. That's what is essentially the Mithya is. So Tadha Pirasana Chincha Mithya Tenindri, that is the nature of the objective world, where there is a time where it's not there, and even the time and space also are not there in the go to deep sleep state, all are folded, but when it comes to waking state, everything comes back. So even the time, space, everything is Udeti. I can see the presence and absence of that also. We'll do 256 now. Chit pratyaksha tatonyasya Chit pratyaksha tatonyasya Mithyatvam chanubhuyate Mithyatvam chanubhuyate Nadvaitam aparotsham chet Nadvaitam aparotsham chet Iche Etatra Vyavahatam katham Etatra Vyavahatam katham Ched idatra. So iti atra. Itchetatra vyahatim katham Etchetatra vyahatam katham. Together, Chit pratyaksha tadonyasya Mithyatvam chanubhuyate Nadvaitam aparotsham chet Itchetatra vyahatam katham. So, Chit pratyaksha, being self-illumined all the time, so I don't need to see this consciousness because I am the consciousness. So, how come I don't see it? You always see it, but you don't recognize it because we are paying attention to something other than consciousness only, without ignoring that if I say I am looking at the object, you are not really looking at the object, you are looking only the light reflected by the object, and you get carried away with the reflecting medium, forgetting that it is the reflected light that you really see. Same way, it is the reflection of the consciousness in all the world that you are seeing, but what you are ignoring is the reflected consciousness, but paying attention to the reflecting media, and that's where the problem is. So Chit Pratyaksha Sataha, so it is directly there and evident every time. Whenever I am there, it is there. Whenever I see, it is there. Whenever I know, it is there. Without my knowledge, no thought can arise. So it is there. Pratibodha viditam matam. It is there in every thought. And therefore, Chit pratyaksha tadaha. So, anyasya mithyatvam cha anubhuyate. So, other than this self is mithyatvam, is a mithya. Other than the self, everything else is non-real. And that is being experienced, is anubhuti. So, anything that is experienced is not really real. I don't experience myself because I am the very experiencer in every experience, and I cannot be experienced as an object, but I am there in every experience. So there is never a time I was not there. Chit pratyaksha tataha anyasya mithyatvam sa anubhuyate. Anything other than the consciousness is experienced is mithya. So that's where the Advaita differs from the other scripture, other philosophies. He says, because you see it, therefore it is real. That's what the Ramanuja and Madhva says, it is real because you see it. Where Advaita says, because you see it, it's not real. So it is the other way around. It is neither real nor unreal. That's called Mithya. So Nadvaitam aparotsham, it is immediate and direct present in all experiences. And therefore, Cheti, Atra Vyahatam Kitam. So, what's the problem in not recognizing it? Only problem is you are not paying attention to the mind that has to see, and you are paying attention to the trivial objects rather than the very subject because of which the existence of the object itself is established. 257. Ittam jnatvaapyasantushtaha. Ittam jnatvaapyasantushtaha. Kechit kruta itiryatam. Kechit kruta itiryatam. Charvakadaihi prabuddha. Charvakadhi prabuddhasya. Apyatma deha. Dehaha kuto adi. Syad. Apyatma dehaha kuto vada. Together. Ittam jnatvapyasantushtaha. Kechit kruta itiryatam. Charvakadaihi prabuddhasya. Apyatma dehaha kuto vada. Ittam, in this way, jnatvapi. So we see a lot of people who are going to Vedanta classes for years and years and studying Vedanta. They can even discuss and talk about Vedanta. So jnatva api, even though they know ittam, all this that you have mentioned so far, api asantushtaha kechit krutaha itiryatam. How come some of them are still unhappy or unsatisfied with the life? They are always suffering with the, what you call, castor oil face. The face doesn't show that they understand it, and they are the very source of happiness. They don't have it. So asantushtaha, they are not contented with the life itself. If you know that I am full, then you should be contented, because there is nothing else you want. That's what is essentially a sign of a jnani. So jnatvapi asantushtaha kechit kruta iryatam charvakadaihi prabuddhas. So what is it? So how come they are not? That is the question. How come they know it, but they are not, are not happy yet? So what's the problem? If you know, then you should be happy. So the question is, the answer, simple answer is, they know it, but they don't know it. They know it as an objective science called paroksha jnanam. They have not assimilated it as an aparoksha jnanam, and that's one of the hurdles of the Adhyatma Vidya, where you understand it, but at the same time you don't understand it as a fact. You understand it as a thought. This is what J. Krishnamurti calls it. It's not an understanding as a thought, but it's an understanding as a fact. Fact means that is true indeed. So yes, I am full. Therefore, I don't go after other things for getting happiness. I don't depend on something other than myself for my happiness. If you depend on it, then you won't get it. Therefore, asantushtaha, they are really not having the satisfaction of the life or contentment in life. So how do you answer that? It says charvakadaihi prabuddhasyapi atma dehaha kuto vada. So even though Charvaka, they are great thinkers, they took themselves as the Atma, as is the Deham, is a body, as the materialistic people who are deep thinkers, but at the same time they are taking the body as the Atma. Body is there, they are happy. What is happiness? Make everything comfortable or enjoy the life using the body. Body includes the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. So all three bodies, Deha, as they take it as that what Charvaka starts with the gross body, and the higher Charvakas, they think the mind has to be, or the intellect has to be happy, and so on and so forth. Therefore, even though we understand that there is no happiness outside, and happiness comes from your own self, you understand logically, you can analyze it. There is a cup of coffee, I want to be happy, and when you say, now I am happy, but if you really analyze, there is no happiness in the cup of coffee. Yet you go after. Why? This is the same reason. Why? I understand it as a fact that happiness comes from myself, but still I am going after, because the habits to go after the vasanas are so strong that understanding will not help or will not completely eliminate the vasanas. That's what he's going to tell us. So 258. Samyak vicharo nastasya, samyak vicharo nastasya, dhi chettada, asantrushtastu shastrartham, naitvedshanta visheshataha. So again, naitvedshanta visheshataha. Together, samyak vicharo nastasya, dhidoshadi iti chettada, asantrushtastu shastrartham, naitvedshanta visheshataha. So dhidopat. So due to the dhopat, so with the intellect and in the false inquiry using the intellect, that means the sum of the problem is because they are Vedantins, but they are not using properly the intellectual analysis, and therefore they still depend on something other than themselves for happiness. So due to fallacy in the inquiry, the dopat, asya, of the Charvaka people or materialistic people, not able to think properly where happiness is, samyak vicharaha, without proper inquiry or clear inquiry or correct inquiry, nasti, they don't have it. Iti chit, if you say that, tatha asantrushtastu, that's the reason why they are not contented with the shastrartham and visheshataha in the right way. They are not able to understand the shastra in the correctly. They understand, they may be scholars in Sanskrit, at the same time they use the scripture for wrong interpretation. And we have a case where says the Tattvamasi has been put in a way that Atattvamasi Svetakirito. So completely opposite meaning has been extracted, and that's essentially, that means you are not that. So why do I need a teaching that to 9 times to say I am not that? Because that's my day-to-day experience. I am not that, because that is different from me. But if something scripture has to say you are that, that means I have to think twice in order to say what aspect of it that equation really valid. So that's why you need a proper is the shastra, the visheshata, the correct way of understanding has to be a proper interpretation of the shastra is required in order to understand it. So essentially here, why people don't? Because he is blaming here that they are not able to analyze it clearly, Vedantic statement. 259. Yada sarve pramuchyante, kamayesya hrudishritaha, iti srautam phalam drushtam, neti che drushtameva tat, yada sarve pramuchyante, kamayesya hrudishritaha, iti sraudaphalam drushtam, neti che drushtameva tat. So asya, of such seekers, hrudishritaha, in his heart, say pramuchyante, or done away with, if in the heart he has to get rid of all the desires, all the vasanas have to be dissolved, then only he will be able to see. Otherwise, the asanas push him back, and then going after again objects for satisfaction, because there is a lingering vasanas that is preventing from the establishing or abiding in the truth, even though you understand it. So for that is essentially you have to purification of the mind, or preparation of the mind was not adequate enough to abide in the knowledge. So what should you do? Essentially keep on remembering, as he is going to tell us. So this is what essentially in the heart, ye kamaha, those desires, survey all those, when pramuchyante, when are completely resolved or removed, then they will be able to benefit the benefit of the scriptures, and iti, in this way, Sautam declared by the scriptures, phalam will come, and iti na iti ched, otherwise you cannot have it, tad drushtameva. So this is certainly we can see in people where they have still lingering vasanas and they are going after objects even though they have studied Vedanta. So they still run around, I want this, and they suffer as a consequence of failures in their life. Together, 260. Yada sarve prabhijyante, hrudaya grantha yasviti, hrudaya grantha yasviti, kama grandhiswarupena, vakyaseshataha, together. Yada sarve prabhijyante, hrudaya grantha yasviti, kama grandhiswarupena, vakyaseshataha. Yada, when, that is, so all sarve, all hrudaya grandhayaha, indeed, when all the hrudaya grandhayaha, the knots in the heart, this is from the Upanishad statement, Kathopanishad, it says there are knots in the heart. What are the knots in the heart? These are the vasanas that are tying a human being to the world. So, and until all the knots have been removed, so Hrudaya Grandhaya, knots of the heart, Prabhijyante, are cut, until they are cut, iti vakyaseshataha. So this is a sentence clearly has been specified in the scriptures, and that includes kamaha grandhiswarupena vyakhyata. So what are the knots? Is nothing but the desires. What are the desires? Desires are expressions of the vasanas. What vasanas? They are subtle impressions when an egotistical action has been done, whether when I say I want to enjoy, and when you enjoy it, even though enjoyment is over, is immediate and result is there, but its impression will be left in there that I want to repeat it or I want to avoid it, if it is a favorable or unfavorable enjoyment. So this becomes a ragadveshas, and they are called essentially the knots in the heart, and one has to be careful to remove them properly by proper yoga. 262. Apravesya chidatmanam, pruthak prasyannaham krutim, pruthak prasyanna ham krutim, ichhamstu koti vastuni, nabodho grandhi vedataha, together. Apravesya chidatmanam, pruthak prasyannaham krutim, ichhamstu koti vastuni, nabodhe grandha bodhataha. I think we missed one sloka, 261. Let's do first 261. Ahankara chidatmano, adamkara chidatmano, ekikritya vivekataha, idam me syad, iti ichchaha kama shabdataha, together. Ahankara chidatmano, ekikritya vivekataha, idam me syad, ichchaha kama shabdataha. So ahankara, the ego, ahankara means I am this, that is tadatyam with the body, mind, intellect, as I am this, and this is limited by that, and I want that. Therefore, that chidatmani, the self, is avivekataha, due to ignorance, to do wrong thinking. I am taking myself as I am this, that ahankara is there, and therefore this considering avivekata, considering this Ahankara is limited. Desa kala vastu parichinnam, limited by space wise, time wise, object wise, and therefore idam me syat, I want this, I want that, I want that. That rat race is still going on. Even though I understand it, I still run after things, objects for my happiness, and that is iti ichchaha kama shabdataha. This is what is referred to as the desires, kama shabda, and these are the knots in the heart. Now we go back to 262. Apravesya chidatmanam pratak prasyannaham krutim ichcham stukoti vastuni nabodhi grandhi vedataha. Together, apravesya chidatmanam pratak prasyannaham krutim ichcham stukoti vastuni nabodhi grandhi vedataha. So chidatmanam, of the pure consciousness that I am the self. So apravesya, and kama, desire without identifying with the ahankara. If I can stand apart and look at without identifying with the body, mind and intellect going after, even if it is going after, when you can stand apart and watch out, ahankara, ahankrutim, the ego, prutak pasyam, and knowing separately from you. So even in that case, koti vastuni, or thousands of objects can be there, ichan, desiring, na badaha. One doesn't suffer because you can stand apart. When you stand apart and the mind wants to run away, when your mind is running away and you are watching it, mind obviously will come back and will stop. That's one aspect of it. And even if mind is running away, you are unaffected by that. This is the second way. Here it says nabadaha, it not suffer, and grandhi bedaha, due to the destruction of the desires. So desires will not be there. So it's a famous story of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He had a disciple who was a drunkard. So, but he wants to he was interested in the Vedanta and discussions by the Paramahamsa Ramakrishna ji. So in between he brought his 6 packs of beer and left it outside, and in between he was going out and drinking and coming back and listening. So when Ramakrishna saw him, why this fellow is going back and forth, and asked him what is he doing, and he confessed what the problem is, that because he has a habit. So he said, why don't you bring it and have it here, but whenever you drink, think of me and then drink. So he said, hey, this is very good. So he started thinking of him and drinking. In the process, he lost the taste for it because his mind is in the purity and it becoming a witnessing of the desire. So the last desire itself. That's what a story that we hear. 263. Grandhi bedepi sambhavya, grandhi bedepi sambhavya, ichchaha prarabdha doshataha, ichchaha prarabdha doshataha, buddhya pipapa bahulyat, buddhya pipapa bahulyat, asantosho yadatava, together, grandhi bhedepi sambhavya, ichchaha prarabdha doshataha, buddhapi papa bahulyat, asantosho yadatava. So the grandhi knot or bedeapi, although cut, ichchaha, all the desires are really gone, but prarabdha doshataha, because of the prarabdha karma, sambhavyaha, it is possible that this, because of the prarabdha karma, the desires still come, but now those desires are completely their strength is removed, because you already evolved in that state, and because of the prarabdha, things will be coming desired, because you are used to a particular type of food, the desire to possess that, but if it comes is okay, if it doesn't come also is okay, but therefore the kind of vasanas will not be affecting. So buddhyadapi, although known as a truth, tava, to you, papa bahulya, there will not be the sting of the vasanas will not be there. Asantoshaha, due to lack of the lack or santosha, over santosha will not be there. Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha, sukeshu vigataspraha, vitaraga bhayakrodaha, sitadhir muniruchyate. So even though prarabdha karma will be pushing you to something, but you can witness it, and they are essentially fangs removed of the snake. The snake becomes, the vasanas of snakes becomes only bhushanam now, and that's what essentially the effect is being removed. That's what it says. Ahankara gatechad jaihi, ahankara gatechad jaihi, dehavyadhyadibhistada, dehavyadhyabhistada, vrukshadi janmanas naisarva, vrukshadi janma naisarva, chidrupatmani kim bhavet, chidrupatmani kim bhavet. Together, ahankara gatechad jaihi, dehavyadhyadibhistada, vrukshadi janmana sairva, chidrupatmani kim bhavet. So dehavyadi adibihi. So in the case of body may having a problem, the BMI will be having a problem because of the old age or because so many things, the back pains and the knee pains, all those, and some people will be getting the cancer and all that. So Ramakrishna had a throat cancer, and Ramana Maharshi had a problem with the hand. All those skins, they have vyadhi, etc. Adibihi and vrukshadi janmanasahi. It is just like and being born and dying, and you are witnessing, and that does not affect you in the same way you are seeing the body being deteriorating, just like a tree is being affected by something. So that's what essentially a detachment is essentially what happens. So ahankara, ichadyo, the ego and the desires, etc. Chidrupatmani, in the consciousness that you are, kim bhavet, what happens? Nothing will not be affecting. So a jivan mukta may be suffering, may be enjoying and all that. From other people's point, they see only that. But from the Jnani point, it is like a tree suffering or tree is pulling something and all those things also. There's a story where Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, they were using the mango leaves for decorations, and they were cutting a lot more leaves than what is needed, and he felt very bad because they are hurting the tree. That also can happen because of the oneness of associating yourself with the totality. Then you feel the suffering also. At the same time, it is completely different also. Both are possible. So he can be most sympathetic and sensitive also, because he identifies himself with the totality than just with the particular body, mind, intellect. So that is essentially one has to be. We'll talk about more on the Hrudaya Grandhis and so on in the next sloka. Let's stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.